a still and calm pond, a wonder of the bike paths, the unnoticed tree. That is one of many different haikus you might come across in East Arlington along Mass Ave. The haikus are one of many different projects the Arlington Commission for the Arts and Culture is working on along the bike paths. Bikeway Haiku is a story with this particular project, which was originally organized in 2018 to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Minuteman Bikeway. Haikus were stenciled onto the sidewalks by community members, highlighting experiences they had on the bikeway. Like many projects that ACAC conducts, the haikus were temporary. They might have washed away from the bike path, but they've been added onto Arlington's main corridor for a more vibrant feel in these sometimes gloomy days.
They were all stenciled. The stencils were stored in the basement of one of our volunteers. And we thought, well, it's a tough time for people, COVID-19. Maybe we could do something to cheer people up and enliven the streetscape and make Arlington more vibrant and bring those poems out again and bring them to life. So on the bikeway, each line was spaced 20 feet apart, so people had to keep moving to read the poems, but there's no need for that on Mass Avenue. So the poems are compact, but they're also colorful. On the bikeway, we just painted them in white. On the sidewalk along Mass Avenue, we used bright yellow, bright orange, purple, blue, and we mixed up the colors so that maybe one line or even one word in a line would pop out because it's a vibrant, bright color. And it makes them sort of more fun to read, more playful, more interactive.
Another ACAC project is Pathways, an initiative to put public art on the bikeway. A beloved work of art is Colony, a bird-sized architectural artwork that is sculpted onto trees. The local artist at work, Christopher Frost, talks about the inspiration behind the sculpture.
When contacted and asked if I wanted to do a piece along the bike path, which is wonderful because it's a path that I use quite a bit, and it's an absolutely beautiful location. So, we're seeing a lot of that right here. This is essentially the view from Colony looking down on Spy Pond. And it came about with this idea of maybe interacting with birds, as we hear a blue jay going in the background. And I worked with my daughter, actually, to come up with some ideas. And we thought we'd do maybe a couple kind of fancy birdhouses and trees along the way. And then we thought, well, what if we put a couple birdhouses together in one tree? And then the idea just kept snowballing and snowballing. What if it's a whole city of birdhouses all together? And lo and behold, there we are.
Colony was expected to last only a few months at its 2018 inception, but due to its popularity, it outlived those expectations. And Christopher Frost feels blessed by the community's feedback and involvement.
One of the major aspects of this particular piece, as you've seen, is the community involvement. Now, that is not something I expected at all. I thought that we would have involvement when hopefully birds would roost in there and people would be watching that, but instead, people have kind of taken it as their own and added to it. And I feel like that is just incredible. It's a wonderful addition. It's pure chance and wonderful luck.
However, due to the materials and the health of the tree, Colony was not meant to last forever. Before it gets taken down, Christopher Frost hopes Arlingtonians will take a certain message from his sculptures.
One of the more important ideals is to draw attention to the setting. And even though this is such a beautiful area, this location, you see people zipping by on bikes and running by, and it's always nice, I think, to kind of stop and observe. And of course, when you place something up in a tree, now all of a sudden you're looking up, whereas before you might not have gone above eye level. And it's just an observance to the thing that's going on around you. And then the idea of making birdhouses is this other ideal of drawing attention to, the natural world.
2 miniature sculptures were added onto the bike path to help fill the void that might be left behind. To learn more about what the ACAC is working on, visit artsarlington.org. For ACMi News, I'm Anim Osmani.